Sorry about that. So it's B-More here again, and this is going to be part 2 of the heater core replacement. So I've done a lot of things to the dash to get it out. I didn't quite record it, but I can give you the run through just to help you out a little. Okay, so here's what we have. Bear with me, let me get my flashlight. Okay. So, when you get so far, what you're going to do is, you have your steering column, okay? When you get to the steering column, it's really not that bad. I don't know, maybe it is. What you're going to do is you will see some nuts up there that are bolted to. Okay, you're going to take out all of those nuts, and there is probably 4 or 5 of these nuts. You can actually see one of the studs right there. Yeah. Right there. Okay, so that's what you're going to be looking for. You undo all those nuts, and then there are these here. Okay, so these, let me see if I can get this flashlight to sit where I want it. It's probably not going to work. Alright, so these here kind of sit wedged up in here like this. There's one on each side, one here and one over here. Okay, you're gonna unbolt this. There's I think 4 bolts in each of these. This is one of them. This is the other one. Okay, so you're gonna unbolt all that. You have this little box here that was bolted to it. You're gonna unbolt that, unplug it. Unbolt all this, everything in the steering. The 5 bolts holding the steering up. These brackets I told you, unbolt that. Okay. As you go, you want to make sure all your wires are disconnected. You want to pull your cluster out. That's another thing. You have to pull your cluster out, okay guys? Let's see here. As you see, here's my cluster. And what you're going to do is, there's going to be 4 7mm bolts holding this in, okay, and then there's going to be a plug here at the top. So you take them 4 7mm bolts out, unplug it, pull that out, and then there's going to be another flashlight is pretty bright. You're gonna have another. I think these are 8mm. It's either 8 or 7mm. Let's see here. What do we have? I believe this is a... Hold on, guys. Just trying to be very specific here if I can. Yeah, 7mm. Okay, so... You see there? 7mm. Okay, so you got these 2 7mm bolts here. It could be 8. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But 1, 2, bam. You undo those. What else was it here? You don't really have to pull out your radio or nothing like that. I did just for the heck of it, but you do not have to pull out your radio. So, just to save you guys the trouble from that, and there you go. Do not touch your radio. Do not touch your HVAC knobs. All this here, don't touch it. You do not have to touch it. Okay, so that's the gist of it over here. Oh, and another thing, guys. You probably already started on this, but these bolts here, the big ones, you don't have to take those out. Okay. See here. you don't. I did just for shits and giggles. You do have to take these out though. They're 10mm bolts. Okay, take them out on both sides. You look all up in here. You make sure all your wires are disconnected. Yeah. Let's go to the other side here and I'll show you guys what I have going on over here. Okay. Bear with me here. Okay, so this is what I did. Okay, so this box here, all that has to be unplugged. You have to unplug it because if not, your wires will hold you up from pulling this out. You have your antenna. You want to unplug that. Let's see here. Right here. You have this wire here. Unplug that. That connects up to here. That there. Okay, so once you get all that, the dash should free up. Okay, what I did was I just went ahead and took me a ratchet strap, hung it right here on the handle, and I connected it right here on that there bar. What else do we have here? Yeah. And then this here is what you will be pulling out. You have to pull this out because it actually comes. It's a case. You gotta unbolt the casing, and then it comes apart in two pieces. It slides open. Yeah, so that right there is going to be part 3. Okay? And just to show you guys one more time, there's 7 bolts in here, okay? You got one right there. You got, I don't know if you can see it, but you got one there. There's another one over there somewhere. There's one there. You have, you probably can't see, this flashlight is pretty bright, but there's one actually straight ahead here. Let me point to it if I can. It's right there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You got some up in here. 5, 6, and then 7. There's another one down in there. Okay. So it looks to be about 7. Some of them are bolts, some of them are nuts. Yeah. And what I did was I took this here shroud off to help get to those bolts back in there. Okay. So you'll more than likely have to take the shroud off. Get the 7 bolts here. Eventually you will have to disconnect this. I didn't do it yet because I wasn't sure if I was going to complete this job. I was thinking about zipping it all back up and saying screw this, because this is a big job, guys. So I kind of left that together for now. I'm going to have to disconnect it here in a minute because that's going to be part of part 3 video. So that's pretty much it for this here video. This is B-more. I'm going to sign out now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm still looking to build here. I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm not doing this YouTube thing for nothing, okay? Speaking of it, YouTube is, you have to find the time to build a YouTube channel, you know. And you can't always video. You can't always record. We're all men and we work. We're busy throughout the day. So, yeah. So I need subscribers. That way I can build my channel and grow. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me, and share this video. You may have a buddy that could use some info. Anyways, be more signing out. Y'all have a good one.